Bro, are you really pouring some Chimay right now?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Boom.
Chimay red is all right, bro.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We need a little Chimay after talking to the general.
For you.
Cheers.
Actually, you know what? Don't do that one. This one looks better.
Why?
Nothing.
Why?
Cheers. All right. Spanish King.
Spanish King. You want anything,
I'm
Andy?
doing my cheers.
All right. Andy does medical marijuana. That's what keeps this.
That's not what that is, though, right?
Huh? I don't know what that. I don't know what the hell is that. That thing.
Like it's medical oxygen.
That's my Storts and Bickle.
Oh my God! What is that for
Say
real?
that name again. That was great.
Storts and Bickle.
Storts and Bill.
Storts and Bickle.
All right.
It looks like a damn taser. Is it a
What is
taser?
it? You thought it was to start your car, right? I mean,
It looks like a jump starter.
it definitely
Can I
has-
show the people?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is this brand new?
Yeah, brand new.
Look at this thing. It's a goddamn taser. We might have had a.
Big taser.
We might have had to use that on the general.
Oh, he was all right.
No, I like the general. I talk to all the street people. I talk to the street people. If I have money in my pocket, I give them the money I got. They're really interesting people, and everyone else goes ew, and they run away and they cross the street. Those are the guys that have the real stories in New York City, right?
Absolutely. I mean, they've seen a different side of life than we've seen. That's for sure.
Stomp on his cake, go that old gag, that old gag.
Cake Stomp beer. How was the Cake Stomp beer?
Where are we gonna do the cake stomp beer, man?
Yeah, it's aging right now. We gotta give it some more time.
We're aging some beer. We're gonna have like a beer called Cake Stomp. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers on the Chimay
Cheers.
red label.
So what direction is the Cake Stomp going?
Festive is
Festive?
number one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's no boring cakes out there. I guess there are, but you want your cake to be.
I could name a million boring cakes.
So I misspoke.
Carvel,
Not boring. It's ice
easy with
cream.
Carvel
Come on,
ice cream
dude.
cake.
You know
'cause
what?
Oh,
Take
come
a
on.
hike.
Crunchies? How could you not like
it's
the crunchies?
it's too hard to cut. You can't cut the
You gotta
damn
take
thing.
it out earlier.
Exactly.
Why?
Patience,
Well,
man.
now you tell me.
Patience.
Now you- and
Yeah, I
then-
should have called you up when you took it out too soon.
And then you're
What
heating.
the hell,
you're
man?
heating up
Invite
the
me to a
knife.
party once in a while. I'll show you how to cut a cake.
Well, you're heating up the knife to get through the stupid Carvel ice cream
Run it
cake.
under hot water.
Yeah, you got a lighter and a knife.
Yes!
And the kids come in, Daddy, what are you
Yes,
doing?
of course.
Oh my God, I'm trying to do this for you, kids.
What other bunt cake?
Bunt cake. What
Let's-
the heck
let's-
is a bunt cake?
Let's
I've
name
heard
the bad cakes.
Fruitcake?
Angel food.
Angel food cake. Stupid.
Boring. You can clean up a
Stupid.
mess with that.
Minash giving us 35 czars down there in South Africa. Insane how at one time people were arrested for weed, and here's a hippie-looking dude puffing away with a former shock jock, day drinking. Great times. Good times. Yeah.
Oh, and I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
Matt.
Oh, yeah, Matt again.
Matt.
Oh, fuck. If only Matt would fucking get the hint.
Stupid.
If Matt would just get the goddamn hint to move Andy over to the big
I'll
seat.
go get some more beers, guys.
I'm just good for beer. Oh, you know what? The other thing I want to talk about, because Andy's your special needs son needs the medical marijuana.
Yeah.
So there was a time, like families like Andy's, with a special needs kid that needed medical marijuana, that their whole fucking family had to move out of state to get it.
Yeah,
That drove me nuts with the
Give
politicians.
me a reason to move out of here.
I know
and will
two
do it.
families personally that moved
Huh?
to Colorado at the time.
You knew a family
Two-
that had to
two
leave
families.
everything
Yeah,
to take
left
care of
everything,
their
went to Colorado
to take care of their son because they officially needed the medical marijuana to survive.
Yeah, they were able to get. There was at the time it was Charlotte's Web was the strain that was really working for epilepsy,
Right.
and they were. That was the only place that you could get it. Just you had to go out there. You had to get into the system and get everything going. And wow,
Yes.
wow, that's. I'm sorry. That's a guy. That's a good one. That's a.
on.
Stay tuned for that.
All right, hold on. Let me do a couple things.
Yeah.
Ron, the waiter's here, and he's in his Halloween costume. But unfortunately, Instagram, I got to end the broadcast. Stay right there, Ron. I want the big reveal. Continue it. Here, hold this for Andy. Andy, continue with the medical marijuana thing for a second.
Yeah. So it was when we were looking into so many things. My son basically has uncontrolled seizures. He's had brain surgery where they separated the right and left side of his brain. That was supposed to work. It didn't work. We tried so many numerous things, like I talked about the VNS before. That seems to help. But when I really started looking into the medical marijuana aspect of it, it was a no-brainer because one of the things that I can't stand about what my son goes through is he takes 5 pharmaceuticals numerous times a day, ridiculous amounts, and the side effects are almost worse than everything that he's been through and goes through. With medical marijuana, what is the side effect? There is no side effect. You can argue that all day.
Well, the munchies.
Yeah, exactly. There's no side effect. So I started looking into it, and then I started realizing, okay, there was nothing here in Jersey. Like I said, this is going back a couple of years. And I would travel out of state. I would travel to Pennsylvania. I would travel to New York State. I would travel to Long Island. I would travel wherever I had to get the different oils, the different strains that were a necessity for him. And it was amazing. Right in the very beginning, the very first oil that I got for him, I'll never forget it. This was before we had nursing and we used to spend the night with him. I gave it to him and I watched him that night. And his normal nights back then were maybe 20 seizures throughout the night while sleeping.
my
He had none. There were periods my son would have hundreds of seizures a day. They changed with brain injury, with everything. There were times if you touched my son on the shoulder, he would go into a seizure. If we were out and about, like we had to keep people away, we had to push people away. It was ridiculous. Again, the medical marijuana in my son's case is not a cure-all. It helps a very good percentage. Not a cure-all, but figuring it all out, figuring out ways to administer to him. It's been crazy. And like I said, here I was, someone who, that was the thing when I was a detective, I made sure I never arrested anybody for possession of marijuana because that would have been extremely hypocritical.
Right.
Here I was leaving the state. And listen,
You just took it and let him go.
I was a heavy pot smoker before I became a cop. I stopped for 20 years. The day I retired, I started smoking again. So I took the break for the job. But I have absolutely no problem with it.
I wonder how many families actually, like someone was arrested and maybe did jail time because they were getting marijuana for their, their son.
Definitely had to have happened.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that was something that,
it drove me nuts. This was a huge story a few years, maybe about 10 years at this point, right? Probably. Where
that's when it was hot, and that's when I was
like, what is wrong with these politicians? They're so out of touch. They think this is like it wasn't a real thing that was helping people.
Well, I even reached out to because with being retired and all, I have a pension. I even reached out to someone and asked the question: if I get caught doing this, could I possibly lose my pension? And the answer was yes.
Oh hell yeah!
And it was I'm gonna keep doing this. Right? Exactly. It's.
When did that finally change? Do you know?
Well, once we finally started getting the medical marijuana here in New Jersey.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, once we started getting that into effect, in the beginning it was horrible. New Jersey didn't want it. I mean, it was a fight, like just to get anything right. Everything was wrong. They finally got some things together. We finally found a good dispensary. We work with some great people, and it's getting much better. It is. They are finally helping out the people who truly need it for so many reasons.
Right.
And that's the thing. It's not just my son's epilepsy. It's I deal with it myself, where I have a lot of stomach issues. It helps me with my stomach issues. It helps me with the stress and the depression that I go through just from my life. Right. I can have an absolutely horrible day. One little hit, I'm feeling better.
Right.
And I still don't have glaucoma. I've been trying to prevent it this whole time.
And it's supposedly good for Alzheimer's too. So hopefully we won't forget.
Huh?
They're starting to think that the amount of sugar that we eat as Americans is causing the Alzheimer's.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Look it up.
I believe it.
Now, Andy, I mean, your story is just absolutely amazing and tragic, but can you give your seat up because
this, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it's about.
Yeah, because Ron the waiter is dressed up.
Go with him.
How can I compare with this?
That's a great story, Andy. But I mean, I gotta get this on camera for a second. Oh my gosh. What are you doing, Ron?
Can you get it all?
No, you're gonna have to climb a ladder.
Move back.
Jump.
Oh wait, go to the street. I'll put you on the street cam.
Oh yeah. Here, go here.
You got to walk down to the guy you yelled at. Let me get you on the street cam so you get the full outfit of Ron the waiter. We haven't used the street cam that much today. There he is.
Thank you.
Right here. He's dressed as a whoopee cushion.
I'm a fighter.